Welcome back to 3C2A men's basketball coverage here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Storinoff with you. Game 2 of our coverage here today. It'll be semifinal number 1, Antelope Valley. The Marauders taking on the RCC Tigers. Riverside and Antelope Valley, two different types of wins yesterday. Riverside very decisive in their win over Moore Park. Antelope Valley, a nail-biter down to the final minute versus Pasadena, 64-63. They were a winner. Moore Park very game in their game versus Riverside, but the Tigers eventually winning out, and really impressed with the play of the Tigers as well as the Marauders at time. And really the player of emphasis today that I'd really like to see get going is Greg Floyd. Floyd, a freshman, 6'10", from Las Vegas, absolute beast. A lot of talent on display yesterday, and we saw him have some lulls and have some peaks, and you have to have more consistent performance. Best player on the floor for the Marauders yesterday was Osi Nwachukwu. They call him OC, and man, he played lights out. Returning sophomore, 6'4", from Oakland, and showing out very, very well. Moments away from the start of Game 2 of our coverage here today, Game 3 on the day, Day 2 of the VC We Play Hard tournament, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. We're live from Ventura College. Underway in Game 2 of our coverage here today. SoCalCollegeSports.com presents coverage of the VC We Play Hard tournament, live from Ventura College, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. It's RCC and Antelope Valley, and semifinal number 1. Bray Ivy starting for the Tigers, along with Jared Stokes, Kane Daniels, Andre Wilson, and Jordan Robinson. Daniels off the mark. Nwachukwu, point blank, can't get it to go. Ivy with it up top. Still on the dribble, picks it up at the high post. Robinson penetrates, kicks out to Stokes. Stokes, 15 on the shot clock. Just underway here. This is Kane Daniels off to Wilson. It's going to go out of bounds. This will be a turnover on the Tigers. 18:58 to go here in the first half. It's a steal by Ivy. And a steal right back. This is Demarie Jones. Jones, floater from 15 feet. Tough shot, can't get that one to go. Robinson with a high up for that rebound. Still on the dribble. Looked like that might have been an over and back. Came into the front court and then ended up on his keister. It's out of bounds off of Stokes, and Payton is going to win the ball for Antelope Valley. Julian Payton, Demarie Jones, Greg Floyd, James Kemp, and O.C. Nwachukwu starting today for Antelope Valley. 18-17 remaining. Go to our website, www.socalcollegesports.com. You can also catch us on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. You don't have to be in front of a computer to watch the game live. Use your tablet, PC, and iPad, smartphone, Apple TV, anything with a YouTube app. Search our channel, SoCal College Sports 1, and you can upscale this broadcast to 1080p. Live from Ventura, full court pressure shown from the Tigers in the white, the Marauders in the burgundy. Kemp looking long, he has Floyd. Can he complete the pass? He does. Payton on the other side, this is nearly stolen by Robinson, tapped out of bounds. It'll stay here with AVC. Jones in the middle, a lot of contact, and he traveled. Fell into a wall there, initiated the contact, so the call does not go in his favor. Ivy, the leading scorer for the Tigers yesterday. Very impressive showing in the win over Moore Park. Wilson over to Stokes near side. Stokes gets a screen from Robinson. Robinson doesn't roll. It's stolen by Kemp, but a foul. That looked pretty clean there from Kemp. Well, if the names Payton and Kemp sound familiar, they should. Sons of Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. Ivy with it up top. Gets a screen from Daniels. This is going to be a foul. I believe this is going to go against Floyd. Helter-skelter ball here. Steal by Jones. Payton up ahead. This is Floyd. Floyd, looked like he might have pushed off. I thought he stepped on somebody, and Floyd wants an answer. What exactly is the call here? I want to know what the call is, because Ivy runs underneath. That's an offensive foul. Well, I'm baffled. By the way, going to go to Riverside. This is Ramel Green, newly checked into the ball game for RCC. It's a moving screen going to go against Green. Green was very good at providing energy in spot duty yesterday. A little bit too overzealous there on the screen, trying to set up Ivy. Floyd is going to come off. He's hot after that call. Coach Taylor and company want to calm him down. Still no score. 17-19 to go in the first half. Near turnover. Payton saves it. Demarie Jones has it, left-handed layup, still can't find one. Nwachukwu taps it around over to Jones. Jones can't get that one to go. High up for the rebound. Jones again, he's fouled in the act this time. Demarie Jones will try to break the scoreless tie here to start off semifinal number one. Very good hustle from Demarie Jones. Jones attended Narbonne High School from South Central. Second team foul on the Tigers. First free throw up and good. Second free throw, no good. Tapped around, won by the Tigers. This is Rico Tate. Tate started yesterday, does not get the start today. The Tigers looking change things up. Kemp with a steal, up ahead to Maurier Jones. Jones blocked, rebounded by Nuachukwu. A lot of athleticism on display. They just need to calm things down, do the Tigers and the Marauders. DeMaurier Jones comes away from the fray with the ball. He'll reset the offense. 12 on the shot clock. Inside, nice pass, and again Jones off the mark. It comes right to him, and he's able to get it to go. So all the offense has come from DeMaurier Jones. It's 3-0, Antelope Valley on top of Riverside. Ivy guarded by Kemp, good switch by Kemp. Tate outside, shot from three, that's off the mark. Robinson point blank with a putback, that's no good. It's off of Nuachukwu, out of bounds. Fallings Jr. into the contest for the first time. He'll come on for DeMaurier Jones. Very good work from DeMaurier on the offensive boards. Will Cowan indicating he's going to come in the second half. Little color commentary. Athletic director here at Ventura College. 15:52 to go here in the first half. Tate didn't handle it cleanly. It's tapped out of bounds off of Tate. It's a turnover, and the ball will go back to the Marauders. Nuachukwu fired up. Osi, so active yesterday on day one of the tournament. Kemp with it in the backcourt. Kemp tied for the assist lead in their win yesterday over Pasadena. Payton looking for a curling Tinnin. Tinnin doesn't end up with it. Meanwhile, the ball near side. This is Osi Nuachukwu. Kemp in the post. Cross-court pass. Fallings from three. Well off. Oh, that's a great cut inside. Kane Daniels. And finally, Riverside on the board. Riverside coached by Philip Matthews. Former coach here at Ventura College, Nuachukwu, guarded by Ivy. Ivy with the steal. Three in transition for Daniels. That's off the mark. Kemp now back the other way. Will slow it up as he did not handle it cleanly. Crossover from Kemp. Payton wide open three. Yes, sir! Well, usually it was Payton to Kemp back in the 90s. This time, Kemp to Payton for three. 6-2, Antelope Valley with an early 4-point lead. Ivy turns the corner, gives inside. Shot up and is good. That was Dorsey for Riverside. Brandon Dorsey. Iwachukwu, or Nuachukwu, into the front court. He's going to be fouled by Dorsey. That should be on the shot, so two free throws coming to OC. Third team foul against the Tigers. It's Antelope Valley and Riverside here, game 2 of the day of our coverage. Final game that we will cover today. Semifinal number 1 of the VC We Play Hard tournament. Sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. James Ennis, now player with the Memphis Grizzlies in the NBA. Former player here at Ventura College. Robinson will come back on for Dorsey. We'll also see Tian Daniels. So it's Stokes, Daniels, Robinson, Andre Wilson, and Kane Daniels on the floor right now for the Tigers. Marie Jones back into the contest. It's 8-4, Antelope Valley with a 4-point lead. Wilson will bring it into the front court. Ball finds itself in the hands of Tian Daniels. Daniels, that's a great job out front defensively by Angelo Solis. Is this going to be a foul or a timeout on White? This will be a timeout called by Riverside, near backcourt violation. So the Tigers will get to talk things over. We'll take a short timeout ourselves. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. .02 remaining here in the first half. It's 8-4. Antelope Valley on top of Riverside. Ivy with the basketball as he will bring it in far side. Gives off to Wilson. It's going to be a foul. This is going to go on Fallings. And indeed, Rocco Fallings commits the fourth foul on the Marauders. Ivy inbounds to Wilson. Wilson will now inbounds to Daniels. Gets it back from Daniels, does Wilson. Stokes at the elbow, and this is going to be a foul. This is going to go against Tinnen. .15 foul here on Antelope Valley. Ball will be brought in by Robinson. He finds Ivy. Ivy with it out front, looking for a rolling Robinson. Nice job inside. Oh, Stokes. That's a pretty interior pass there from Jordan Robinson. Stokes running the baseline very, very well. Solis came up to help, and nothing on the backside, and it's an easy bucket for the Tigers. Peyton to Jones. Back to Peyton. Peyton guarded by Brayavi. Solis with a screen. Peyton from three. His second. Julian Peyton feeling it from beyond the arc. Those were a couple shots that he did not hit yesterday. Bray Ivy, meanwhile. But how about Julian Peyton? Really starting to find the range here, and obviously it helps playing in the same gym 2 days in a row. A couple shots yesterday that did not fall. Game was a lot closer than it needed to be, with the Marauders escaping with a 1-point win. Very impressive so far versus Antelope Valley. Or versus Riverside, rather, has been Antelope Valley. Wilson has the ball, working on Solis. Gets it in the lane, has it blocked away by Solis. This is going to be a foul against Angelo. Okay, they're going to call Tinnen on the foul. If you can see that one more time. I thought Solis did a pretty good job of going straight up. Okay, so yeah, Tinnen, he called the, well, don't know if that should be on the act. Like he fouled him before he got into his motion. Either way, 2 shots coming here. To the Tigers, Andre Wilson. Kemp, a check back into the ball game. James Kemp, so good yesterday. Really thought he did a nice job of facilitating the basketball offensively. As we mentioned, co-leader in assists on the day for the Marauders. And Coach Mike Rios talked about Kemp's ability to facilitate from the post position. Don't often see that. Said Kemp has a chance to lead this team in assists. 2 free throws up and good for the Tigers. 11-8. Fallings enters into Kemp. Kemp drives the lane, tries to kick it back out, nearly has it stolen. It's going to be a foul. Kemp just such a wide body to deal with. And it's nice to have that type of skill for a big man. Fallings will bring it in. Gives into Solis. Nothing there. Would like to see a cross screen there for Kemp. Meanwhile, Kemp sends an on-ball screen. Ball nearly finds its way out of bounds. Instead, Fallings saves it from going into the backcourt. Looking for a screen from Kemp. Fallings goes the other way, gets to the rack, has that one blocked by Kane Daniels. Daniels comes away with it. He's in transition. No numbers. Not going to matter. Kemp is going to foul him. He'll be on the pass. But a 1-and-1 coming here to the Tigers as that is the 18th foul. That's a second foul on Kemp, so he's likely going to come off. I haven't seen a lot of Floyd here. Nwachukwu also on the bench, along with Payton. Kemp, I believe, the only starter out there. No, check that. DeMaria Jones in the high post right now. As I say that, Nwachukwu will come into the ball game. That ball tapped out by Kemp, won by Robinson. So Jordan drives the lane, scoop shot, layup is good. So AVC now by the slimmest of margins. Salache off to Fallings, to Kemp. Jones will reset out front, guarded by Stokes. Bray Ivy guarding Fallings. Jones from 3, that's short. Solis had it nearly. Said it's tapped around to Fallings. Kemp now with it. Fakes one way, goes baseline, steps on the end line. It's going to go back to Riverside. Nwachukwu, Osi come back into the ball game. He will replace Kemp. 11:48 to go in the first half. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff with you on today's coverage. Game 2. Robinson working on Solis. It's going to be a foul on Angelo. Angelo, just a freshman, redshirted last year. He's listed at 6'4", played post position in high school, and they are trying to transition him to the wing. See Angelo right there. So 1-and-1 here to Jordan Robinson. First one no good. Solis has it rebounded over his back by Stokes. Ivy from 3, no. Off to Daniels, back to Stokes. Good ball movement here to open up the defense. It's poked away. Nwachukwu with a steal. Nwachukwu. Off to Salache from 3. That's off the mark. Jones had a beat on the rebound. Battle for it down low. Fallings had it momentarily. This is going to be a foul on Jones. Ivy will go to the line here. That's a 10th team foul. So 2 free throws coming to Bray Ivy. Some clarification from the referee to the scorer's table. 2 shots coming to Ivy. First one in and out. Mike Zepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, Jorge Zepeda, Matt Henson with you, the entire crew for SoCalCollegeSports.com. Happy to bring you live coverage of the VC We Play Hard tournament. Second free throw will tie it up at 11. That pass stolen from Salache, intended for Nuachukwu. Daniels in the corner from 3. Wilson on the rebound. He's fouled going up with it, no call. Solis with a rebound. A lot of contact there. They're letting him play. And finally, Daniels lays it up and lays it in point blank. So Riverside with the lead, 13-11, their first today. Nuachukwu is going to clear it out. Robinson comes over with a double. Solis catches a bad pass. It's off of Stokes, thrown off of Stokes by Solis. It'll stay here with AVC. Heady play by Angelo. Javon Gibbs getting ready to check in for the Tigers. Riverside Tigers, the Antelope Valley College Marauders. 1-4 set here for AVC. Kane Daniels will come off. Salache has it far side, gives off to Demarie Jones. Jones working with 3 points on the board, gives off to Osi. 2-man game. Osi from the corner, 18-footer, no good. Angelo Solis falls down, boxing out, frees up the Marauders for another possession. Jones into the lane. That's a blocking foul and one. Nice looking play here from Demarie Jones. A fortuitous bounce. Good kick out there and good recognition. He finds a hole. Defense late getting there. And it's 2 points that ties it up. And one opportunity here for Demarie. And he converts. 14-13. Steal. Jones with a steal, poked away by Nuachukwu. Jones into the lane, floater up, no good. Would have liked to have seen him pass that one off. Instead, it's off to Ivy. Riverside with numbers back the other way. Robinson in the lane, one dribble, left-handed layup is good. So back and forth we go here, midway through the first half. Quickly back the other way as the pace picks up. Salache going to try and slow things down, gives off to Fallings. Salache now with it at the top, gives off to Angelo Solis. Solis in the weave off to Fallings. Fallings gets a screen from Nuachukwu. Ball in the hands now of Nuachukwu. Osi will step back 3. That shot well long. Rebound. Falls off to Wilson. That's an offensive foul. That's an easy call. Wilson doesn't like it, but I mean, it's right in front of the referee. We'll see it here. Ill-advised shot there for Osi. Wilson comes away with it, and he just shoves off. Oh, we can't really see it there. Robinson was blocking the shot. But yeah, Wilson whistled for the foul. So it's a turnover. Antelope Valley now will have it on the far side. Ball gets away from AVC. Julian Payton back into the ball game. Payton, Osi, Solis, and we're going to have a foul down low. This is going to go against Solis. Don't know if that was a makeup call. Certainly didn't seem like it. Daniels back into the ball game. Off comes Gibbs. So a short stint for Javon. 9:17 to go here in the first half. Ivy on a fade. Good closeout by Jones. Gets his man off of the three-point line. Robinson right there puts it back up. And in for the Tigers, 17-14. Biggest lead today for the Tigers. It's a steal. They can pad that lead right now. Wilson into the lane. Blocking foul going to be called. It's going to go against Jesse Burns. Burns, his first personal. First free throw up and good for Wilson. Wilson readies the second free throw. That one's up and good. 19-14. The lead swells to 5 here for RCC. Payton into the front court. Osi-Nwachukwu, crossover dribble, pretty move on Kane Daniels. A lot of contact down low from Robinson. No call made. Back the other way. Robinson in transition. Lost it going up. Taps it out. Tries to save it for the Tigers. Helter Skelter again once more. And this is going to be a foul called on Julian Payton down low. 2 foul shots coming to Jordan Robinson as AVC is in the penalty. Robinson first free throw, no good. Tate will come back on. He'll come on for Jared Stokes. $8:25 to go here in the first half. Football coverage tomorrow, doubleheader. We will have Allen Hancock at Antelope Valley. Burns mistimed his jump. Ivy comes away with a rebound. Another possession here for the Tigers. Salashe guarding. Robinson down low, gets his feet tangled up. Ivy from 3, that's off the mark. Osi-Nwachukwu with the rebound. It's going to be a foul called. Should go against King Daniels. And if so, that's going to be the 7th. So 1-and-1 opportunity coming up here for Osi-Nwachukwu. Still 19-14, Salashe wide open and traveled before he got the shot off. So another turnover for Antelope Valley. I'd be interested to see what that number creeps up to at halftime. 7:53 to go here in the first. The Tigers with a 5-point lead after Antelope Valley had secured the early momentum. Ivy turns a corner, working on Payton. Good recovery by Payton. Daniels from 17 and the elbow. That's no good. Rebound comes off, finds itself in the hands of Julian Payton. Payton working on Bray Ivy. Julian Payton working with 6 points, couple 3 balls. Ball entered into the post to Nwachukwu, working on Daniels. That one blocked up top. Nwachukwu needs to create a little bit more separation. Instead, it's back the other way. Ivy. Off in the corner. Dorsey down low. Layup up. No good. Another layup point blank, still no good. Some contact down low. This is going to go off of Riverside. Looked like Daniels the last to touch it. They'll go back to the Marauders. 7:09 to go. Payton will bring it up. Gives off to Salashe in the corner. They're looking to enter into the high post, and Salashe has to read that better. He's having a rough stretch here. A couple of turnovers, back-to-back possessions here for AVC. Wilson to Daniels, intercepted by Julian Payton. numbers, 4-on-2. Jones in transition. Nwachukwu and one. They go against Andre Wilson. Robinson and Stokes, along with Gibbs, getting ready to check back into this one. It's a pretty good catch down low by Nwachukwu. That cuts the lead to 2 here for Riverside, 19-17. Gibbs with it, nearly lost it, throws up a prayer. It's tapped out of bounds by AVC. It's inbounded to Gibbs. Gibbs working on the baseline, trying to feed off to Robinson. Robinson by himself working one-on-one on Tinnin. Left-handed shot up, no good. It's tapped out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Tigers. That ball tapped by Tinnin. It's a steal for Nwachukwu. 6:06 remaining here in the first half. Osi works near side to Tinnin. Tinnin over to Demarie Jones. Here comes Bray Ivy on a double. Bit of a soft zone here from RCC. Now they switch up, man. Here's a steal. Another steal. Demarie Jones nearly lost it off of Ivy. It'll go out of bounds. And are they going to rule that it's off of Jones as he flew out of bounds? I thought he threw it off of Ivy. They're trying to figure out the shot clock situation. That it looked like it went off of Ivy. Referee initially signaled that it was going to stay with RCC. But Jones indeed did throw it off of Ivy. We have a conversation here. Well, there was a change in possession. I'm not sure why they're having a conversation here. So they reset the shot clock, 30 on it. Full court pressure on display here from the Tigers. 5:37 to go in the first half. Game 2 today on our coverage here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stornoff with you on the call. We'll be joined by Will Cowan, athletic director here for Ventura College, to talk about the win for Ventura in Game 2 versus LA Valley in the early game. Miles Wise saw him yesterday, turning the corner at the elbow. Wide open, Payton for his third triple. No, off the mark, tapped out of bounds. It'll stay here. Daniels could not corral it. Ball's entered into Nwachukwu. Gets a screen from Tinnin. Doesn't use it. Steps through the defense. Lays it up and lays it in. Tie ball game. Hand off to Wilson. Wilson carried it. That's an offensive foul. Turnover either way, going back to Antelope Valley. Tinnin takes the charge. Tate with the steal. Nwachukwu has to do a better job of inbounding that ball. Payton also has to do a better job of getting open. Good full court pressure here from the Tigers. Tinnen loses the ball, trying to get it back. It's won by Robinson, out to Daniels. Daniels to Bray Ivy from 3. No. Wise comes up with a rebound. Secures it, nearly traveled on the dribble now. Peyton. Slow things up here. Jones splits the defense with the crossover. Floater up and good. Marie Jones with the bucket. Baseline cut by Ivy. He'll lay it up and lay it in. Pretty basketball there from the Tigers. Jones working on Ivy. Here comes a double team. That's going to be a block, and that's the correct call. Going to go against Tate. Tate just a shade late on that one. Did not take it in the chest, took it on the shoulder. 2 shots coming here to DeMarie Jones. Jones a little shaken up on the play. DeMarie Jones a little dead leg. Got a Charlie horse, looks like. Mike Rios, John Taylor. Discussing some strategy, no doubt. Meanwhile, R.E.A. Jones at the stripe. The AVC trailing by 2. Jones with a deep bend, and he's hurt. Probably going to have to sub for the shooter here. I'm surprised there's nobody at the table. And they are going to get DeMarie Jones. We hope that young man's okay, as DeMarie has played pretty well. He's got 10 points, and he's going to the trainer's table right now to go figure out what's going on with his, looks like his left thigh. Ivy, meanwhile, into the lane, up off of the glass, a pretty kiss for 2 for Bray Ivy. Nwachukwu double teamed. Peyton breaks the press. Wise, jump stop, left-handed layup. No good on the putback dump from Tinnen as the ball was over the cylinder. See if we can get a shot of it here. It's coming off just a shade early. Dorsey getting ready to check back into the ball game. Tate with it near side. Well, they said that Tate went out of bounds, did he? I always saw the tail end of it. Peyton splits a double. Solis from 3. Yes, sir! The lead back to Antelope Valley, 3:04 remaining, and the lead will go right back to the Tigers. Under 3 to go in the first half, 27-26. RCC on top of AVC. Got to get back on defense. Nwachukwu working on Daniels. Good defense. He'll give it out. Hard foul battle here in semifinal number 1. Winners bracket. 4 on the shot clock. They're going to have to get one off. Will Antelope Valley. Nwachukwu from 3. That is well off the mark. Did not draw iron. This will be a turnover going back to the Tigers. 2:27 to go in the first. Maria Jones off of the trainer's table. Doesn't come back. That would be one heck of a blow here. Tate had it poked away. Gets it back from Ivy to his left. Good help from Solis. Better cut on the baseline from Kane Daniels, and Peyton has to be there with the help. Solis, near 5-second call. That was tapped out of bounds off of, I'm going to say it went off of Osi. And it's the little things. Inbounding versus the press. Late defensively on a rotation. 29-26. It's going to be a foul. Another opportunity for RCC to add to their lead here. They lead it by 3, and it looks like Dorsey will go to the line for 2. Here comes Demarie Jones. We'll get in after shot number 1 here. It's Brandon Dorsey. Is good on the first. Jesse Burns will also check in. Off the floor comes Solis and Nwachukwu. 30-26 meanwhile. One more free throw to come from Dorsey. Second is good for Dorsey. Under 2 to go here in the first half. And Antelope Valley has flashed very well at times, but at times just can't find anything to go offensively. Jones leads the Marauders with 10 points. Could have been a lot more than that. He had a couple cheapies that would not go down early. Payton reverses up top, back to Jones, back to Payton. Payton into the corner. Tinnin from deep. It's a long 2. That one's off the mark, rebounded by Bray Ivy. Ivy off to Daniels. Cross-court pass. Tate blocked by Payton. Julian Payton getting up. That is what we call a pack. Ball will stay with the Tigers. Haven't seen a lot of Floyd here. Greg Floyd sitting next to Nwachukwu. That shot up, no good. Well, Dorsey goes over the back. How is that not a foul call? The arrow's going to favor Antelope Valley, but they lose a possession arrow. That should have been a foul that was called against Brandon Dorsey. Another wet spot they'll have to clean up here. Nwachukwu will come off the bench. He's going to get Burns. I don't know what the referee's seeing here. Let's see if we can bring back the slider. I mean, he's bear hugging Jesse Burns. Should have been a foul call. Coach Taylor didn't like it, but now trying to advise his team on what to do versus the pressure trap. Nwachukwu unable to finish. Trying to get his own rebound off of Wise. No, it'll go off of Tate out of bounds. It'll stay here with AVC. Under a minute to go in the first half. Payton will bring it in, box set, baseline out of bounds. They'll enter in Demarie Jones, who's been noticeably ineffective since he went off with an injury. Wise switched to pivot foot, gets away with one, still on the dribble, gives off to Tinnin in the corner. 17-footer is good. Jalon Tinnin cuts the lead for the Tigers to 3, 28-31. Bray Ivy with it out front. Passes off to Rico Tate. Tate over to Robinson. Nearly lost it, does Daniels. Robinson off the backboard, no good. Tapped around, fought for and won by Robinson. Out to Wilson. Wilson with, well, no shot clock. The shot clock now turned off on the change, or on the contact with the rim on the shot. Ivy now with it, turns a corner, that pass is stolen by Peyton. Peyton from long distance and buries the triple. Off the steal, Peyton reads it, gets it himself, fires from about 40 feet, and buries it to tie it up at 31. Huge momentum shift here at the end of the first half. We go in at the half, 31 all. You are watching the VC We Play Hard tournament, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation here from Ventura College. Second half about to get underway here. Antelope Valley and Riverside, 31 all. We will be joined shortly, and there he is, Will Cowan. Mike Cepeda, Will Cowan. Jeff Stoynoff with you on today's coverage of the VC We Play Hard tournament, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. And more of the same from what we saw in the first half. A lot of fouls called, both teams in the double bonus. Bray Ivy, leading scorer yesterday versus Moore Park. At the stripe, he connects on the first. And I'm joined now by Will Cowan, athletic director here at Ventura College. Will, I have to be excited by day 2 for men's basketball for Ventura versus day 1. Obviously, the first half was okay last night versus OCC, but second half a different story.
Yep, got to be happy with the performance today. The big thing for the Pirates to keep in mind is the health of those guards. Jacob Alonso returning after a year off with an injury.
Yeah.
Reyes injured recently, and then John Williams hurt in September. So the 3 key guards haven't really played together until this afternoon, and you saw the potential right away.
Absolutely, and obviously, you lose a lot last year with regard to Cordell Hankerson moving on to a 4-year program, Vida Fennell as well. And Eddie Cowan, Steady Eddie, as you coined yesterday, was really a very key cog in terms of keeping the composure of the team as a whole.
Well, he certainly helped balance out the spark plug, Reyes.
Yeah, Isaiah Reyes plays at 150 miles an hour, and when he's composed, obviously, most of the time, best player on the floor. But, still learning composure here as we see a foul from Niwachukwu for AVC. But, again, getting back to the performance of Ventura earlier today, I thought Jacob Alonso did a fantastic job finishing with 22. Isaiah Reyes, he's going to get his, but everybody else was a little bit more integrated, and the performance really showed.
Yep, it just takes time to get on the same page, and it's so early in November. The March is a long time from now, and that's when you want to be clicking on all cylinders.
Speaking of March, guess where we'll be? Right back here for coverage of the 3C2A state championships for both the men's and women's.
Yep, this is our perch. You got to be excited. In fact, we're going to elevate it. You're going to be on a little platform.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's coming in, backdrop, the whole thing. Ooh. New restrooms being renovated. The place is going to be looking great.
Getting it ready. I like it.
That's right.
Timeout on the floor, 30-second variety. Well, Will, you've had a couple moments here to see the second half. You saw, I'm sure, some of the first. What do you see here from the Tigers in Antelope Valley?
Well, what you're seeing is typical November college basketball. You've got 2 of the ranked teams, certainly in Southern California, RCC and Antelope Valley. They're playing at a very high level, which you expect with John and Phil coaching. But the defense has been tremendous, very aggressive, a lot of fouls called. But both teams are competing very hard. The shooting, that leaves a bit to be desired in the month of November.
Yeah, and not a shocker, too. And there is a little bit of an inconsistency in terms of the rims here. I think the left side rim seems a little tighter than the right from what we've seen so far in the tournament. I don't know if that's a little gamesmanship there from the VC side of it.
You're saying the left as we're viewing from this angle.
I guess stage right now. But
stage right.
As we see on the dial, I guess, if you will, I think is the proper term. The left side seems a little tighter than the right.
Well, I don't dunk as often on that one, so that would probably be the issue there.
You don't dunk on that apparatus?
No, I only dunk on the one on the right.
18:30 or 18:27 to go here in the second half. Joined by Will Cowan, athletic director here at Ventura College. Foul called on the floor. This is going to go against Andre Wilson. Free throw up and good after the end one, so a 1-point lead now for Antelope Valley, and a turnover Well, we haven't seen as much of Greg Floyd as we would have liked, but Greg Floyd, a highly touted prospect here in Southern California from Nevada. What's the book on him from what you've seen?
I think he's very talented. I like all parts of his game. I think he's got a nice package of speed, strength, good touch. Very good player.
I think at times loses focus out there. From what I've seen so far, we saw Coach Taylor sit him in the first half for an extended stretch after a call did not go his way, and he did not react like you would like one of your leaders to on the floor.
That'll happen.
Especially early in the season.
Yep.
18-12 to go here in the second half. Semifinal number 1. Game 3 on the day here, the VC We Play Hard tournament. Steal numbers. Demarie Jones to the rack. Can't get that one to go, and he's had some difficulties with some layups. Daniels from 3. That's short off the front of the rim. It caroms off. Here's Floyd. Floyd in transition. Right-handed layup. That's no good. Right on the doorstep. It's James Kemp.
Antelope Valley keeping the pressure alive here, showing the zone press. Another deflection.
Another steal here. This time it's Payton to Floyd from 3. Yes, sir! 5-0 run for the Marauders. They lead it by 6, 17-22 to go here in the second half. Again, you talked about it, Will. The defense has been stifling and fantastic. A little overzealous that time was Floyd. He commits a foul on Bray Ivy.
So if you're Coach Matthews here in the Riverside against this press, you've got to get the ball up the sidelines and attack the big fella underneath the basket. That's really the key, is you've got to go at the big guys underneath for Antelope Valley. Kemp and Burns are susceptible to picking up fouls.
Another deflection. This time it's Kemp. Back the other way. Demarie Jones for 2. Timeout. As the wheels fall off here for the Tigers, 17:09 to go in the second half. You are watching the VC We Play Hard tournament, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation, live from Ventura College. Offensive explosion sparked by the defense here of Antelope Valley. They find themselves in the driver's seat right now. 17:09 to go in the second half, 41-33.
Here comes the run and jump. Look at the rotation from Antelope Valley, forcing the long pass.
Well, they like to mix things up with a 1-3-1 full court trap. Kemp is fouled. They're going to call that an offensive foul. Wow.
That would be one word to describe that. Interesting.
Well, I got to tell you, early on, and we've touched on it here in the broadcast, the refereeing also needs some work early on. A lot of inconsistencies, I think.
Yeah, there's a few. But, you know, a lot of times what you get in the preseason is you get guys that aren't used to working together. Klaus, you got 2 Division I officials in this game. Evan Swanger, a veteran, and then you've got guys, but they're not used to working together, and the community college game is different. It's much different. It's played very emotionally, and it's real hard to officiate when you're used to that D2 and D1 game.
Well, we've talked about the inconsistencies here, and obviously, you know, from a player's, as a former player, you know, you prefer the consistency, but like you said, this game is very emotionally driven, and when those emotions run high, you have to tighten it up from an officiating standpoint.
And that's why you see 37 fouls and a half last night in some of the games.
18 apiece, I believe, from Ventura and Orange Coast. Steal from Tinnon. Near steal. Robinson able to corral it inside. Nice finish there from Kane Daniels.
Riverside's got to continue attacking the basket. They cannot settle for the outside shots as they were earlier in the half. Yeah,
they were getting trigger happy on the outside. Daniels, Bray Ivy, and Andre Wilson. Stops the bleeding momentarily. And the run for AVC. Tigers still trail it by 6. This is Demarie Jones. Jones came off at the end of the first half with what looked to be a Charlie horse. Seems to have found his footing here. Osi Nwachukwu, nifty move on the baseline, hits the backboard off the shot. Looks like Robinson might have gotten a piece of it. It'll stay here. (41-35).
Now, as far as depth is concerned, Riverside might have a bit of an advantage as this half wears on.
Demarie Jones on the inbound dunk and one. Or is it just a timeout?
I think Coach Taylor wants a timeout. Interesting.
Well, we'll see the replay here, and it's going to be a pretty pass inbound. Demarie Jones, let's see it one more time. That's a great screen off by Burns, and Jones comes through and lays down the hammer. Gets a lead back out to 8. Well, we've seen a couple dunks ourselves here on SoCal College Sports. Had a big one in the championships. We had you on the coverage for that. Always fun having you on the broadcast, and we look forward to maybe doing a little bit more coverage just later on in the year.
We'll try to mix it in for sure.
Full timeout on the floor. We'll take one ourselves. It's the BC We Play Hard tournament, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. Eight-point lead for the Marauders of Antelope Valley, coming in as a top 10 team in the state of California this season. This tournament sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation, former player here at Ventura College, and I'm joined by Will Cowan, athletic director here at Ventura.
And great step through.
That's a nice step through. It's an even better recovery by Floyd. Gets a block on it, falls to Ivy. 10 on the shot clock. Tate's going to have to react here. Ivy, as the shot clock falls down. Nwachukwu fell down. That shot off the mark. Tinnon with the rebound. He's fouled. This one by Dorsey. Well, Coach, getting back to James Ennis, let's talk a little bit about the contribution that he's made here to the program of Ventura College.
Well, certainly dating back to when he played for us here in 2010. Had the best record, obviously, in the conference. Defeated several ranked teams that year nationally. Weren't able to go to the playoffs due to some of the inherited sanctions from the previous administration and coach. But that being said, we had a great run. James was an all-purpose player. He's a fantasy guy. He fills up every column on the stat sheet.
So if you had him in your fantasy lineup for
which
the
I do.
CCCAA men's basketball, well, I'm sure you have him in the actual NBA lineup. He plays for the Memphis Grizzlies.
He does start. But definitely when he was playing here in the black and orange, he did a little of everything. Very unselfish. Could have scored 40 every night, but never wanted to. Always wanted to get his teammates involved.
Lead out to double digits now as Demarie Jones hits on another layup. Really impressed with the likes of Demarie. Leads all scorers with 16 points in this one. Nice handoff. Tate to Ramel Green.
Dribble penetration is going to be the key for Riverside, keeping the pressure on Antelope Valley.
Nuachukwu will bring it up, working on Tate. Tate, pretty good on-ball defender. A little overzealous that time. As we mentioned earlier, in March we will have the men's and women's basketball championships for the 3C2A here live from Ventura College. And now the VC Sportsplex is is that here or is that
the Sportsplex is the stadium?
Or is that the entire?
No, this is the Athletic Event Center. The Sportsplex is outdoors.
I wasn't sure if the Sportsplex moniker, if that encompassed the entirety of the facility.
No, we're good. That does not. This will be the Athletic Event Center until we name it after one of these coaches in the Hall of Fame. We've got 3 of them.
Jones with an air ball, saved out of bounds. It's not going to matter because it didn't hit the rim. The shot clock goes off. Nice effort from Julian Payton. Very impressed with Julian Payton. He's got a couple blocks, a few steals, and a couple triples in the first half. Played very well. He's got 12 points.
Yep, got to be impressed there. He's very consistent, continuing to be effective on both sides of the floor. So stoppage there for some moisture.
Well, I thought the best player on the floor yesterday for AVC was Osi Nuachukwu. Today it's Demarie Jones and Julian Payton.
Yep, I would agree. There's the throw over the top you're looking for.
Green in the lane, floater up, no good. This is going to be an over the back on Stokes.
An offensive foul, player control.
And indeed, it will go against Jared Stokes. (45-37), full court pressure here from the Tigers. Robinson back into the ball game. He'll come on for Ramel Green. So RCC gets a little bigger here. And Robinson's length has really presented a lot of problems for the Marauders in stretch. Jones, nobody stops him. Takes it all the way to the rack. Tinnen looking for the putback dunk. Can't get that one to go. It falls off. This is Wilson in transition. Wilson wide open. Kane Daniels for 3. That's short. Trying for his own rebound. Numbers here for Antelope Valley. Jones. Floyd. Lost it going up. Probably should have been a travel. He regains possession, lays it up, and scoops it in. It wasn't ugly, but it's 2 for AVC.
Take it any way you can get it if you're Coach Taylor. Riverside will obviously continue attacking just like this. The dribble weave, the handoffs inside.
Foul before the pass. Be on the floor. 5th team foul on Antelope Valley. Nuachukwu back into the ball game. Alton Lister, first time tonight for the Tigers, along with Gibbs. And Kane Calhoun. That should have been a travel. Gibbs on the baseline from 18 feet, or check that, that's a 3.
Really? I don't know about that. I don't know.
Don't know about the line. Well, hey, you know what? You know what we have the ability to do? Watch the replay. I guess it was a 3.
All right. Good call.
Well, it looks short. Floyd, no doubt about a 3 attempt on that one, but it's well off the mark. Pass, little miscommunication. Layup no good. Little circus ball out here.
We've seen a lot of that today. We specialize in it in November.
It's true. Shades of the local 24-hour fitness.
Right.
To be expected, though, especially with all the turnover.
Right, that's the way it goes. But look at this pressure from Antelope Valley. They're always forcing you to make the extra pass. See this?
Gibbs from deep. Yes!
And that's what you do.
Back-to-back threes for the big man. Cuts the lead to 4 after AVC had got out to a 10-point lead. 12:05 to go in semifinal number 1 here today on day 2 of the VC We Play Hard tournament. Tinnen inside. That one blocked by Gibbs. Gibbs all over the place. In transition back the other way. Losing it is Calhoun. That's a great defensive play down low. Floyd in transition. Went for the dunk and one over Lister.
That is the play that Antelope Valley needed. They needed a little separation. Riverside had it cut to 4, and look at the hustle there. You could see the strong finish.
So Floyd talked about his prospect, a big-time athlete and talent on the floor, looking to hone his game here for Antelope Valley, and himself finishing through contact and 1. Gets a lead out to 6. He can make it 7 right here on a made free throw. Short-changed it. Peyton with a rebound nearly, kicks out to Floyd. Floyd goes baseline, gives back to Peyton. A new possession here for Antelope Valley. Julian Peyton going to take the air out of the ball. Gives near side. Salache back to Peyton. Peyton into the corner to Floyd. Good in rhythm 3. Tried to bank it from the side. No good. Rebounded by Javon Gibbs. Gibbs nearly lost it, but he's fouled by Nwachukwu. .18 to go in this one. Mike Cepeda, Will Cowan, Jeff Stoynoff on the call. Antelope Valley and RCC. Little extracurricular down low between Kemp and Lister. Now is Alton Lister the player that Sean Kemp dunked on? Is that the famous one?
That is correct. About 7 foot tall. Alton Lister was 7'1". Worked with him at the NBA Big Man's Camp with Pete Newell back in the day in Vegas.
Well, Kemp and Lister are battling on the low block right here on a missed free throw, potentially from Gibbs. Gibbs hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Both teams in the penalty, or both teams in the bonus, however you want to.
Yeah.
I guess in the college game it's the bonus.
That's right.
Second free throw comes off the front of the rim. Jump ball. Wow. Don't know if Kemp had a possession. Battling down low with Noah Batchman. The arrow in favor of Antelope Valley. And they will take possession. Salache over to Floyd, gets it back. Here on the wing, near side. Osi Nwachukwu over to Floyd. AVC circling the perimeter. Floyd tries to step into one. From 15, has that shot blocked by Gibbs. Floyd taps it out of bounds. It'll go back to the Tigers. They had Mike Rios, assistant coach, giving out some instructions. Defensively, do they go to the trap here?
Looks like a little 1-1-3, little matchup zone. Trying to get the Riverside, keep them out of the paint. We want Riverside right there.
Daniels from 3, and Tian Daniels cuts it to 2. RCC chipping their way back into this one.
They will not go away. The key for Antelope Valley is to continue to score and continue to get the ball inside. They're a little perimeter oriented right now.
Well, you were very familiar with Phil Matthews, head coach for RCC, and you want to talk about a team that knows how to grind one out. Look no further than the Tigers.
That's correct. Phil, a Hall of Fame coach already in the 3C2A, let alone a longtime assistant at UCLA, Nebraska, head coach at USF for 9 years in San Francisco. Seen a game or two.
Not his first rodeo. Fallings, meanwhile, loses it, and losing it right back is Calhoun for Riverside. So we talked about the circus ball early on. It rears its ugly head here. 9:44 to go. Second half. AVC clinging to a 2-point lead. And Demarie Jones will come back on. Tough stretch there for Gabe Salache. and Rocco Fallings. It's the starting 5 on the floor right now for Antelope Valley. Kemp working with 4 fouls. Haven't really seen a lot from him. He was instrumental in the win yesterday late versus Pasadena. Payton gives off to Nwachukwu. OC over to Jones. Jones up top. Kemp reverses near side.
Antelope Valley very patient interchanging in that zone offense. Impressive.
That's a pretty good job of finding their spot, finally entering in at the high post. Demarie Jones can't get the 15-footer to go. Jones, some good pressure defense. Kemp's got to be careful, and it's going to be a travel. Going to go against Batchman, dragging the pivot foot. That's the right call. Coach, look at the swarming defense here from the Marauders.
Yeah, no question. If they get you with a picked-up dribble anywhere near the corner, they really get out and pressure and choke the leads.
So Bray Ivy back into the ball game. Gibbs comes off as well. Good minutes for Javon Gibbs, the big man, with a couple triples on the floor. Nine-minute mark here in the second half. Inner high post. Nwachukwu thought about it from 3, goes short corner. Floyd back out up top. Here's Kemp. Fakes a pass, fires from 15. Can he get the big man touch? No.
Riverside will take that shot any day, keeping Kemp away from the bucket.
I believe you're right. Kemp's got to be careful. Nearly picked up a foul. That pass intercepted from Ivy. Jones now within transition for AVC. The floater up, no good. And the rim continues to have a cover on it for Demarie Jones. Foul by Nwachukwu. And OC commits his 4th foul. Andre Wilson going to the line for another 1-and-1.
AVC with 8 team fouls. They are creeping up in a little foul trouble. The free throw line will keep Riverside in this game if they're not careful. That is the downside of some of these reaches.
First free throw up and good. Next one can tie it here. Well, Antelope Valley reminds me a little bit of Mount Sac here. Mount Sac usually very good at pressuring, but also in foul trouble a lot from what we've seen in past years.
I would agree. You gotta keep that balance there.
Second free throw good. It's 49 all, 8:32 to go. Full court pressure here from RCC. Kemp has it, gives off to Floyd. Floyd's from 3. Can he answer? No. Opportunity here for Riverside to take the lead. Wilson nearly stolen by Floyd. Daniels wide open. Better shot here for Bray Ivy up top from downtown. Well, Coach, I brought up Mount Sac for a reason. Over the offseason, Mount Sac losing Chris Freeman. He passed away tragically at a very young age, and we want to send our thoughts out to Coach Freeman and his family and the Mount Sac family. In our years of covering Mount Sac basketball and football, he was always very gracious to us and providing us a lot of intel pregame and post. So.
Sure.
Want to send our thoughts and prayers with the family of Mount Sac and the Freeman family. Timeout on the floor, 7:59 to go, 52-49. The Tigers now with a 3-point lead. Semifinal number 1. The We Play Hard VC tournament here, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. But the momentum has shifted here in the second half in favor of RCC. Antelope Valley has been outscored by 13 points in the last 5 minutes. Mike Cepeda, Will Cowan with you on today's coverage. Game 2 of our coverage today. We saw Ventura beat LA Valley in the consolation bracket. An impressive showing.
This zone defense has really slowed Antelope Valley down. There's a nice jumper there.
Well, what do against the zone defense? You try to get it in the high post and enter it in with the offense. We see Demaria Jones do just that. An easy 2.
Yep, good execution there, and there's a sloppy pass on the back cut.
Peyton now in transition here for the Marauders. Oh, he had Floyd wide open underneath. Gives off instead to Salache. Will reset the offense. 20 on the shot clock for the Marauders. Salache has Floyd wide open in the corner. I'd like to see Floyd work a little bit without the ball. A little stagnant here off. He's in the corner. Demaria Jones will fire from 3. Swish. Quick 5-0 run. Back to a 2-point lead for Antelope Valley. Stokes with it on the far side. Kemp thought about the double team, instead goes off. Peyton harassing Stokes. Daniels from the corner. That rims out. Rebounded by Kemp. Kemp will dribble away from the pressure, give off to Peyton. Floyd down low. Kicks it back out. Here's Kemp. Kemp thought about it. I've been there, Coach.
Yep.
Big man gets it on the perimeter, thinks we can shoot it better than we can.
Might have happened to you a time or two.
Floyd, 4 on the shot clock, has to fire from deep, no good. Tigers, oh, Daniels, can he give him the lead? No, that went off the back iron. Rebounded by Ivy, off the long carom. Stokes from the corner, he'll try to give the Tigers a lead. It's off. Kemp thought about advancing it early. Salache leaked out momentarily. Good closeout defensively in transition from the Tigers. Peyton will bring it up here for the Marauders. Under 6 to go. Kemp fade away from the corner. Tough shot.
Impressive. Coach Matthews even looks impressed on that shot.
Yeah, what do you do? Nothing.
Punt.
You move on to the next possession. Meanwhile, here's Bray Ivy with it for the Tigers. Gives off to Robinson at the extended high post. Looked like Kemp maybe got away with a kick there. Kemp with the steal. Well, Coach, we've talked about James Kemp and his ability not only to score the basketball, but really to facilitate. He's been very good. He's got a few steals here today, and he was a co-leader in assists yesterday in the win over Pasadena City. And Coach Mike Rios, assistant coach for Antelope Valley, said earlier this week that he expects Kemp to contend for the team lead in assists on the year.
It's impressive. He's really got a very nice. He's got good vision. That's what it is. He sees. I think he sees through the defense to the spaces he needs to.
First free throw up and good. He's got a nice touch too for a big man. First free throw is good. Gets the lead back out to 5 here for Antelope Valley. 5:28 to go. Kemp's second free throw also good. Well, a couple of wide open threes have not gone down for the Tigers. It's allowed Antelope Valley get the lead back.
Quickly up to 6.
Ivy fouled in the act, misses, but Marie Jones hit Ivy on the arm as he went up. That's an easy call.
Yep. Really think Ivy needs to be. He needs to keep the pressure on offensively and keep attacking. He's a pretty good decision maker as he gets the ball inside, no question. Ivy prepped at Edison High School in Huntington Beach.
Yep. Good
background.
My neck of the woods.
That's right.
I just moved to Fountain Valley.
Welcome to the 405.
Yeah. It's better than the 101.
Good point. At least you have a diamond lane.
Need a toll road or something. We just need one of those bullet trains. Can
Yeah.
we just get that done?
Or you need a hot air balloon.
That would work too. Completely circumvent all the traffic, bumper to bumper.
That's right.
1 of 2 is Ivy from the stripe. Cuts it to a 5-point lead. 5:07 to go here in the second half. Game 2 of our coverage here today. Game 3 on the day for the VC We Play Hard tournament. Nwachukwu looking to go dunk. He is denied up top by Gibbs. Back the other way we go for the Tigers. Tate nearly traveled. Wilson lays it up, lays it in. Well, Osi tried to get frisky with it, nearly lost it here. He does lose it. Ivy with a steal off to Gibbs.
Riverside can be right back in it now. 1 possession game with 4:30 to play.
Need to capitalize on this turnover here. From 3, Wilson! Andre Wilson ties it up, 58 all.
That was set up by the penetration from Ivy. Excellent vision, excellent timing on the pass.
Ivy goes for the steal, allows Kemp to get the lane. He tries to put it up, no good. Nwachukwu on the tap, rebound, that's no good. Gibbs with a rebound, secures it, off to Wilson. Tigers can take the lead, 4-minute mark here in the second half. Wilson tries to penetrate, finds Ivy. Gibbs over Kemp, layup no good. Foul 4-1 by Gibbs, tapped around Osi. Are they gonna call the foul on Osi or Gibbs is the call?
Oh boy, this is gonna be a tough one. What are they gonna come up with here?
I don't know, that's tough to figure. I thought it was just good two-way action. We're going to see the replay of it. Gibbs goes up with it, misses. Great follow attempt by Robinson. That is a clean swipe of it from Nwachukwu. He's on the floor. They're going to say that he fouled Gibbs. Well, there was a lot of contact down low.
Wow.
But I don't know if the contact occurred on the swipe there from Nwachukwu. Hard luck foul for him. The foul goes against Kemp. That's his 5th. So it wasn't even on the ball. They call it on James Kemp.
Off the ball. Yeah, I didn't see that. I'll have to trust their word on that one. We're tied here with a chance for the Tigers to take the lead. Now, under 4 minutes to play, the possession game becomes important. Antelope Valley has got to continue to work the ball inside. Now, without Kemp, you still have to find ways to get into the paint. If you're Riverside, you are probably looking to force them into long-range shots.
Well, don't tell that to Javon Gibbs. Gibbs with a couple triples here in the second half. Hits on the free throw to give Riverside the lead by 159-58. Well, you lose Kemp for the remainder of the ball game. In comes Angelo Solis, so he can extend the floor a little bit with his shooting ability. Second free throw up and good by Gibbs. Gibbs now with 9 points. 60-58. Marie Jones, here comes a double from Ivy, forces a turnover. Rico Tate now, no numbers, he'll slow it up. He nearly lost it, gives it off to Ivy.
Good decision.
Ivy's gonna slow it up.
Yep, good decision there. Riverside, a very timely run and jump. They don't trap often, but when they do, they anticipate well. Now into a UCLA high post rub here.
Robinson, he's fouled by Solis. That is a tough guard for Angelo Solis.
Right. Good call from Coach Matthews there when you get Robinson in that position.
Go ISO.
Yeah, he's got the speed advantage off the dribble from the top. That UCLA action that kind of inverts the offense to get the guards down low.
2 free throws coming to Robinson. There's a chink in the armor for Jordan Robinson, his ability from the free throw line. Robinson lost his shoe on the play. Coach, did he lose something else? Does he have maybe blood on his jersey?
Yeah, or a contact, huh? Never know.
Yeah. Well, breaking the action here, 3:27 to go. The Tigers with a 2-point lead. Back in a moment here. It's the VC We Play Hard tournament on the VC Sports Network, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. Robinson off the mark on free throw number 1. Not a shocker there. We've seen that yesterday and today. Coach, what do you tell a young player that struggles from the free throw line?
Tell him to get a routine established in practice. That's the key. Free throw shooting is a routine-driven deal, and so many guys just shortcut that. Takes a lot of concentration. You
know what I saw today? And Isaiah Reyes, I would like to see him take a little bit more time at the free throw line. He doesn't waste a lot of time. But at the same time, I made note that I saw him, he was waiting at the line, and then you know what he said to himself? It almost looked internally. You saw the wheels turning. I'm going to step off the line here and get my breathing down. He came back and knocked both down.
Yeah, he's pretty high-strung guy, so he sometimes needs to just calm that trigger a little bit.
Marie Jones recovers down low, and he is fouled. 3:01 to go, second half. And Demarie Jones with an opportunity to tie it up. He leads all scorers with 21.
That's a big deal if you're Antelope Valley, to score without the clock running, trying to catch up.
Absolutely. Both teams in the bonus. Riverside in the double bonus. That one hangs on the rim, drops down for Demarie Jones, 59-60.
I have a feeling whoever has the ball last is going to win this one.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. Second free throw, no good. So the lead remains with the Tigers, under 3 to go. Ivy going to bring it up here for the Tigers, going to look for a screen from Gibbs. They switch off Nwachukwu. Now on Ivy. You like that matchup. You don't like this one down low. Great help from Demarie Jones. Got a lot of contact. The ball goes straight down.
Antelope Valley choosing to front the post that time, and Jones was late in his weak side help.
Yeah.
You got to have incredible ball pressure if you want to front the post. That's really the key. If you're going to play in front of the big man, you've got to smother that passer. Didn't happen there. Riverside capitalizes.
Yeah, we see here Ivy gets it over, and not enough pressure on the ball there from Floyd. First free throw up and good from Robinson. (61-59). Robinson looking for a little insurance, and he gets it to go.
Trying not to foul. Riverside with the press. This is more of a slow you down press than a turnover-driven one. So you got Antelope Valley there to take an early shot. That's what Riverside wanted.
Exactly what Coach Matthews and company drew up. Tigers with a 3-point lead, looking to add to that. Ivy drives down low. Robinson with the flush.
With authority. Nice dump off pass there. Is that Ivy again?
Ivy.
That's right.
One more time. Maybe got away with the travel here.
Euro. It was a Euro step. It's not a travel in Southern California.
Timeout on the floor taken by Antelope Valley. 2:01 to go. And the Tigers with a 5-point lead. Back in a moment. Well, let's see what AVC draws up coming out of the timeout. Good finish in the making here. Salashe wide open three from the corner. That's no good. Rebounded by Wilson. Floyd goes for the steal on Ivy. Ivy going with little Sam Cassell, and Floyd a little overzealous there. Gibbs didn't like it.
That's near an intentional foul in my opinion.
Floyd had an intentional foul yesterday.
Well, he needs to get his emotions in check at this point.
I completely agree with you, Will. Got to be careful.
That's right. The decorum rules are always in effect.
Yep.
You can miss a game.
You just didn't need that. I mean, I love the move there from Ivy going with a little Sam Cassell, baiting Floyd into the foul, knowing that he's going to be rewarded with 2 free throws if he can draw it. He does just that. Good job by the referees cooling things down. They don't call an intentional foul. Or if you're Coach Matthews, how do you feel about that call? Probably should have been an intentional foul.
Right, I would agree. He wasn't happy.
Ivy on free throw number 1, drains it. Must be a little bit of a minor upset early on in the season.
I would say so. AVC has traditionally fared very well in this tournament, although the last couple of years, Riverside's gotten the best of them.
Yep. Very impressive last year. Wore the Tigers a 3-point barrage en route to the win and a trip to the final of this tournament, I believe, a year ago.
I remember that. They played Palomar in the final.
In the final.
Yep.
I believe Palomar dispatched Ventura.
The round before, that's right. Thanks for reminding me.
I know. I
Nice
figured I was going to
pass.
catch some flack for that. Well, Tenen couldn't finish on the first, foul on the follow. You got to make free throws here. Little margin for error if you're Antelope Valley. 1:32 to go. Foul going to go against Wilson. That's his 4th. You have a timeout from Riverside. Well, if you're Antelope Valley at this juncture of the ball game, Coach, what do you do?
You need to do 2 things. You got to try to cause turnovers, and if you don't get an immediate turnover, you want a foul, okay? And then you got to try to score quickly. You're looking for, at this point, a 3-possession game. You're probably in need of a couple threes at this point.
Yeah. So the threes have not been falling here in the second half for Antelope Valley, and really they've missed a lot of gimme opportunities that have come back to hurt them here late, and the Tigers have been capitalizing on theirs, so that's really the difference.
Yep, Riverside has executed much better down the stretch. More composed.
Big matchup tomorrow in football in the National North. Bakersfield comes here to the VC Sports Complex, and Coach, we can't wait.
It's going to be exciting. Certainly the automatic berth to the playoffs is on the line there. In my opinion, Bakersfield always presents a problem because they know how to grind it out offensively.
Yeah.
They really do know how to get down and run the ball, and they're very physical. Defensively, in the past, they've kind of dared us to run the ball and played a prevent-style D. So we'll see if Coach Clanton and that offensive line continue to pound it.
Yeah. We will also have coverage of Antelope Valley hosting Allen Hancock. Both start times at 6 p.m. Doubleheader on SoCalCollegeSports.com. You can catch all of our coverage archived to the website and to our YouTube channel at SoCal College Sports 1. Feel free to subscribe. Coach, have I told you about the Apple TV and the Xbox One factor?
Why don't you remind me?
Well, if you have an Apple TV or an Xbox One, you have the YouTube app. If you have the YouTube app, you can search our channel, SoCal College Sports 1, and you can upscale the broadcast to 1080p.
So I can watch it on the 65-inch curved in my living room.
That's a fact.
All right, I like the sound of that.
Are you?
I just need an Apple TV or an Xbox.
Was that a living room plug?
Absolutely.
I love it.
The man cave has been upgraded in the last year.
Well, I keep on seeing the photos of the grilled ribeyes and other meats, and that should be a 10-second violation going to go against Riverside. Got to be more aware of what's going on for Rico Tate.
Yeah, Coach Matthews is not going to like that.
What does a happening like that usually result in?
Well, I'm sorry?
What is Coach Matthews talking about?
Well, you can hear him right there. He's calling the young man's name and telling him to hurry up and dribble the ball. He's like, dribble it. With a few other adjectives mixed in. Usually.
Yeah, I'm sure it got a little bit colorful.
Never.
Salashe out front with it, trying to finish over the outstretched arms of Robinson's. Gibbs comes away with it. Oh, he tapped it himself out of bounds. He was looking for Ivy and got away from him.
Ball security so important on the rebound. Look at Coach, pace of the sidelines. Back in the day, you'd see him in a full three-piece suit. He's scaled that back a little to the sweats now that he works out in the Inland Empire.
Well, I think he just wanted to sport something with black and orange on it.
It's his night, why not?
Three from Falling's no good. Rebound comes off. Falling near steal off of Ivy, but it falls right to Robinson. Ivy nearly lost it. Tate with it on the floor. This can be a jump ball. Arrow in favor of Riverside. Well, Coach, you can't really fault the effort of Antelope Valley. It's been here throughout. Execution has not been. That's why they're going to fall here in semifinal number 1, down by 7 with 33 seconds to go.
Yeah, no question about it. They're not going down without a fight. Antelope Valley isn't. But Riverside's got to take care of the ball.
A teaching moment for sure if you're Coach Matthews and company.
Yep.
And it's good to have those. And, you know, I was talking with Stoynoff last night, Jeff Stoynoff, our voice of the Pirates for Pirate football. And I was talking to him last night after the loss, the big loss to Orange Coast in round 1 for Ventura. And the silver lining, maybe the best thing that could have happened to a team that doesn't really have an identity early on in the season for Ventura. And they seem to find that identity here versus LA Valley in game 2.
Yeah, the identity is called putting the ball in the basket. Make your shots. That's your identity, is put the ball in the basket. But no, I do agree with you. And as this young group gets to play together more, you will certainly see a little bit more on the offensive end later on.
Well, really excited by the prospects. Really excited about John Williams. I really like his game. I'd like to see him hone it a little bit better. But at times, man, some real flashes of big-time athleticism.
When it's all said and done, he's likely an all-conference player. Yeah. He has never been coached in a system like this before, and a lot of times the freshman come in. It takes a little bit of time to get used to the rigor of college basketball. Certainly if you do it the way these teams do in our tournament, Riverside, AVC, Ventura, Orange Coast, all pretty well coached.
Yeah, it's an adjustment to the speed and the physicality of the game, especially at this level. And, you know, the 3C2A, it's very unique in that it's, you know, it's the only JUCO sanctioning body within the state. The reason being the talent level is just so high on the West Coast.
Yeah, well, there's players from all over the country that are flocking to the West Coast. It's the land of opportunity.
Well, it's a land of beautiful views, too.
Absolutely. I love the views earlier.
You know a lot about that living here in Ventura.
I know about the views. I'm always looking at those.
Well, we've been at 66-59 for a while now here, Coach. Both teams have gone stagnant. Bray Ivy's going to change that, 67-59. Fallings brings it up quickly. Salashe from the short corner, high arcing shot, that's good. So AVC down by 6, 24 seconds to go. I mean, barring a debacle of happenings here for Riverside, they're going to move on to the final tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Yep, Riverside will be in the final. They await the winner of Orange Coast and Palomar in the nightcap. Should be an entertaining ball game.
Really like Palomar yesterday. Their ability to shoot the basketball is going to be an equalizer moving forward.
Yeah, I agree with you, and they're very well coached. Yeah. They execute. They get it done on both sides of the floor. No question about it.
Coach O'Neill. Coach John O'Neill for Palomar.
Does a nice job for the Comets, no question.
Coach Spencer for OCC. You know, I had a conversation with Coach Joey Ramirez, and he intentionally scheduled OCC knowing that it was going to be a tough matchup for them, a team that always plays hard, usually plays Ventura very tough. Maybe it's the pirate and the sharing of the logo and the mascot. But for whatever reason, OCC came out with some fire yesterday in the opener. I don't know if the Pirates for VC matched it. Maybe to start things off for the game, but certainly not in the second half.
Orange Coast plays a very frenetic style. They like to press and they run around, and sometimes that's a tough matchup in the first game when you're not used to playing together at the college level. A little helter-skelter. Yeah,
you're going to see a lot of that too, especially in conference play for here in the Western State North.
No question.
A lot of athletes on display. We saw Moore Park in the tournament. That's a team that you play in conference.
Big rivalry. Look at this.
Spin move from Demaria Jones, and he's going to be fouled. Going to go against Rico Tate. Coach, how'd you come up with the VC We Play Hard slogan?
That's Coach Matthews. It came here in 1985. He painted it on the wall. It's been here ever since.
It's good stuff right there. We see Coach Matthews for Riverside. "13 seconds to go. Another free throw coming here for Antelope Valley. In and out. Robinson gets rid of it. Off to Wilson. Smart play. Riverside's head coach at the end. Tigers continue to salt this one away as Wilson hits on the free throw. Second free throw no good, 10 seconds remaining. Well, there's the three-pointer from Demaria Jones. Too little, too late, most likely. Gibbs is fouled, 4 seconds left. Well, Coach, I expect some big things here from Riverside. I was very impressed by their play. I wouldn't necessarily say they're as talented as last team at first glance, but they got some players.
They do, and what I really like is their ability to play together. They move the ball, and they're very composed down the stretch. Antelope Valley came with good pressure. Riverside got down 2-3 possessions, could have folded, didn't, and got right back on track. Credit to Coach Matthews and that staff.
And Javon Gibbs was huge today at the free throw line right now. A couple triples really spurred a run that got the Tigers back with the lead here in the second half, and they didn't really look back from that point on.
No question about it.
Final shot of the game. It's good. Peyton adds to his stat total. But the Marauders are going to go down here. Final score, 72-67. RCC moves on to the final tomorrow. We'll play the winner of Palomar and Orange Coast. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. Special thanks again to Athletic Director here at Ventura College, Will Cowan, coming on and providing his analysis in the second half of the matchup of semifinal number 1, Riverside, a winner over Antelope Valley 72-67. Semifinal number 1 of the We Play Hard tournament, sponsored by the James Ennis Foundation. Again, special thanks to Will Cowan, Robin Hester, the entire crew and the staff here at Ventura College, to Jeff Stoynoff, Matt Henson, Jorge Zepeda, and the entire crew for SoCal College Sports. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Big matchups in the SCFA. Bakersfield at Ventura, Allen Hancock at AVC. Take care.